In this assignment, our goal is to move all the windows and doors in structure number 2 and move it over to structure number 1. First thing first, let's go ahead and take a look at our structure 2 and really understand where all the windows and doors are at by using the orbit tool. You can click on the orbit tool itself or click the O button on the keyboard and it will activate the orbit tool. So I'm just navigating around to see where all my doors and windows are at. Similarly to all the other assignment, start from the bottom and make your way upward. So first thing first, I'm going to zoom into our first door, which is going to be the garage door in the front and the bottom component. And I'm going to zoom in and start identifying exactly where do I want to move this doorway from. So in this case, I want to go ahead and move it to this point. Therefore, I need to grab it from a known point, which is going to be the bottom right-hand corner in the back, where the door is interacting with the structure itself. The way to do that is take the selection tool, select the component, which is now our garage door. Notice how everything is blue. That's how you know that this particular item is selected. Once it is selected, use the move tool and click once at the bottom right hand corner in the back where the 2 point is interacting, which is going to be the back point here, not this one, but this one right here. I'm gonna click it once, let go, zoom out, and when I zoom out, I can actually freely move this garage door. I'm gonna zoom out, zoom into structure number 1, where I want to place it, and go ahead and place it at that point in which you want to move it to. We will do this to the rest of the the rest of the door and windows. So I'm gonna go ahead and start moving upward and then back. So the next one is going to be in this one here. We have a few windows and few doors in this case. We have these 2 windows, this window, the one in the back, and a door here. So let's start from the front. I'm gonna use the selection tool, again, to note exactly where you want to graph from. In this case, I'm gonna graph from the bottom right-hand corner. Similarly to our first garage door, it's going to be that point there. I'm gonna select it by using the selection tool, then use the move tool, hover over to the bottom corner, bottom back corner, click it once, let go, zoom out so you can see everything. And then now this is freely, you now can freely move this window. The important thing to note is when you are zooming out, just note that you are moving your mouse to the left-hand side. Let's move our mouse to the right-hand side so you can see more of the left-hand side. There we go, just like that. Once again, a lot of people make this mistake. They want to see more of the left-hand side because they move their mouse to the left-hand side and they zoom out and they can never see more of the left-hand side. So it's really important to learn how to zoom in and out. In this case, we're gonna zoom out by moving the mouse to the right-hand side to see more of the left-hand side. Same thing, if you want to see more of the bottom, move your mouse up, then zoom out to see more of the bottom. So it's like the reverse. And you've learned this in the past assignment, so I'm just trying to remind you exactly how to zoom in and out. In this case, I want to snap it to that point. I can zoom in to see it more, and it should automatically snap to what's called the end point. I will click it once, let go, and now I have myself the window in place. When I'm satisfied with that, I can use the selection tool, click somewhere in space to kind of deactivate the tool, or press the escape key on the keyboard, which is the key on the top left-hand corner. Let's go ahead and take our next window by orbiting. And same thing here. I want to start thinking about which point am I grabbing it from. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and grab it from this top corner here. So first thing first, again, selection tool, click once, use the move tool, and determine which point you want to grab from. You can grab from here, you can grab from here, or the one in the back side here if you like to as well. I'm going to grab from the top right-hand corner where the window and the structure is interacting. Click it once, let go, zoom out, and zoom in to the new structure, number 1, and snap it to that point where we want to move the window to. Once you're done with that, I'm gonna move on to the next one. Here we go. Let's orbit, zoom into the structure, take the selection tool, select the window itself, use the move tool, grab from a known point that you want to move from. I'm gonna grab from here or from the bottom here. It's really up to you. I'm gonna grab from the top this time. Click once, let go. Again, I move my mouse to the left hand side, zoom out to see more of the right hand side. Then point at the object you want to zoom into to see more of. Again, I don't want to snap to the bottom. I want to snap it to the point in which I want to move it to, which is going to be this point here. Let's do a few more. Take the selection tool, orbit real quick to get a better perspective. Zoom in. In this case, I want to actually grab from the bottom corner on the left-hand side this time. Use the move tool, zoom into it, grab from the back side, zoom out, and point at the object you want to zoom into, and point at it so you know exactly where it should snap to. And you will continue this process until the entire structure, all the different windows and doors and structure number 2 get transferred to structure number 1. After you complete, this is going to be the result. So I've taken all the different windows in structure number 2, and I've placed it over to structure number 1. After you've done, go ahead and export this out. And let's go ahead and try to export 2 different perspectives. Let's get one from the front and then one from the back. Go to the 3 little buttons on the top left-hand corner, export, ping file, and on the bottom corner here, click on export as ping and click export. Once you're done with one export, we're going to do one more export. This will be saved to your download folder. So one is done. Let's go ahead and orbit and get the second perspective. So something along maybe this eye. Right about maybe there. Let's do that again. Click on the little file, which is a 3 little line, export, ping file, and let's export this. You will be using those 2 ping file to submit your file in.